October 15th, 2019, Denver, Colorado. I am at the downtown Sheraton at a conference with my colleagues. We're super excited because tomorrow, Brian Stevenson is going to be speaking. Brian wrote the book, Just Mercy, and he's the founder of the Equal Justice Foundation. And we love Brian because he's so passionate and so skillful in working for human rights and social justice. My colleagues have rooms at the Sheraton, but my room is over at the Hilton. It's 10 o'clock and we're wrapping up for the evening. My colleagues say, you should call an Uber. It's too late for you to be walking to your hotel by yourself. I say, I'll be all right, and I leave. Denver at night is full of sounds and smells and sights. And I'm hungry for some urban life and some diversity. So instead of heading to the hotel, I hit the streets and take everything in. But there's something different. There are a lot more homeless people than there used to be. I give people who ask money, some of them. I don't give anything to people who are drunk or smoking or who are being vulgar. On one corner, I see a young guy in a wheelchair, blonde hair, blue eyes, and he calls out, spare change. I mean, his voice is belligerent. I mean, he acts like I'm supposed to give him money. I just walk on past. I decide to call it a night, and I head for the Hilton. Because it's so late, I take a shortcut through a side street. And soon, I hear heavy footsteps and heavy breathing. I turn around. There's a man behind me. He's very wide, tall, maybe even 6'8" or something. Has a black cap and an army jacket that's big as a tent. And he's hollering, hey, hey, hey. Adrenaline pumps through my body and sweat, whew, whew, just like now, pops out of my skin. And my brain is screaming, run, 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 run. But I don't run. I freeze. He's close enough now that he can see the fear in my eyes. And he throws his hands up. And he says, I saw what you did. And I said, what are you talking about? He said, I saw what you did back there. You passed right by Michael, but then you went back and gave him some money. And I said, you talking about the guy in a wheelchair? And he said, yeah, that's Michael. He's good people. Then he said, can I show you something? And I asked him his name. He says, my name is Amik. But most people call me Andy, but I prefer my indigenous name of Amik. Amik opens up a little jewelry making kit, and it's full of crystals and wires and small hand tools. And there's one piece of finished jewelry in there. It's a small crystal wrapped in copper wires. He offers me this crystal like a sacrament. And he said, you went back. I want to thank you for going back. Do you remember Barbara Streisand singing that song in Yentl? There are moments you remember all your life. Well, this was one of those moments. We talk. Amik was an army vet. When he got out, he was a drug addict. He lost everything. He told me I was a mess. I had 3 tours in Afghanistan and it messed my mind up. But by the grace of God, Somebody taught me how to wrap jewelry, and now I make a little money. I don't have to beg anymore. He said that he had clean clothes now, a clean tent, and a safe place to camp. I said, Amik, you're okay with being homeless? And he said, looking at me like I'm the most stupid person on earth, he said, Alexis, I'm not homeless. This earth is my home. This earth is everybody's home. We talk a long time about a lot of things, but mostly about living homeless. He said, there are some messed up people living on the streets, but mostly decent folks, just like everybody else. It's almost midnight. We're parting ways. We look at each other, nod our heads goodbye, and I will always cherish that gift because it reminds me of the deeper meanings of human rights and social justice. There is no hierarchy of human worth. And this world, this bountiful earth, is everybody's home.